We've talked, Lewis, about this question that sometimes comes up at presidential debates. What's your favorite Bible verse? And sometimes we also get questions about how a candidate's religion informs how they would be as a politician. The right answer is none of your business. My favorite Bible verse shouldn't matter. My religion shouldn't matter. Donald Trump sort of accidentally stumbled across a great answer on it, saying, my favorite Bible verse is very personal, and I'm not going to share that. Now, Trump did ultimately buckle and cite a Bible passage. Unfortunately, that Bible passage didn't appear to exist, Lewis. But in any case, Donald Trump stumbled upon an interesting answer. Bernie Sanders was on the Jimmy Kimmel show a few days ago, and he was asked, do you believe in God, by Jimmy Kimmel? Here's his answer. I want to play this for you and then discuss it.
You said a moment ago, you said, God forbid. Are you saying you're culturally Jewish? You don't feel religious. Do you believe in God, and do you think that's important to the people of the United States?
I am who I am, and what I believe in, and what my spirituality is about, is that we're all in this together. That I think it is not a good thing to believe that as human beings we can turn our backs on the suffering of other people. That we should not be living. And this is not Judaism. This is what Pope Francis is talking about, that we cannot worship just billionaires in the making of more and more money. Life is more than that. That we are living in a nation today which has seen a proliferation of millionaires and billionaires, massive income and wealth inequality. And you know what? We have the highest rate of childhood poverty of any major country on earth. We are the only major country on earth that doesn't guarantee health care to all people as a right. The only country that doesn't have paid family and medical leave. Many other countries are providing free tuition in their public colleges and universities. So essentially what I think is we do best as human beings. We fulfill our lives when we work together rather than say, hey, I want it all and I don't care about the hungry kid down the street. I don't think that's what America should be about.
So I hate to break it to people, and we're going to address this on Friday in one of our audience questions, Lewis, but the clearly non-religious Jewish guy is going to have some trouble being elected president of the United States. I think that this was a good answer, right? Bernie Sanders is clearly aware that just saying, I'm not religious in the sense that I don't believe in a literal God, that wouldn't play well with a lot of voters. But Bernie Sanders did essentially indicate that that's where he is on this issue and went in a direction of saying, this is a different value system I have.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a value system, not a religion. You're right, though, for millions of Americans, all they care about is the Bible and Jesus. And they're just not going to vote for Bernie Sanders. I hope it doesn't matter in the end.
Now, you may remember that Van Jones hung up on me when I said to him, hey, if a candidate declares themselves to be an atheist, that hurts them in the polls, and he flipped out on me and hung up. We have yet another poll that confirms this is true, and Bernie Sanders, in his answer, seems to be aware of this, right? When people were asked, are you more or less likely to vote for someone who is a socialist, 47% said, yeah, I would conceivably vote for a socialist. For atheist, only 58% said that they would be willing to vote for an atheist. That means that 42% of this country, Lewis, put aside personal background, personal experience, political beliefs, everything else, just based on being an atheist, would not vote for you. That is 42% of this country. That is huge.
It's pretty big. Yeah, it's a lot of people we're talking about. I predict that in 50 years, that number would probably be more like, that 58% would probably be more like 88%.
You'd think.
But right now it matters. But what can he really do? I guess he can just try to continue to preach that, morality doesn't need a certain book attached to it.
And I would have loved it if Bernie Sanders said, my religious beliefs have no relevance to my ability to govern this country. They are personal. They are not something I wish to discuss right now or maybe ever. And in the public eye, it's just not something that should matter. That would probably not have been as PR friendly of an answer, but I think Bernie Sanders answered it in an interesting way. And I'm curious to see how that polls versus someone just saying, I'm not religious, period. And of course, there's this confusion that exists. Bernie Sanders, of course, culturally Jewish. He is ethno-religiously Jewish, although apparently pretty clearly not subscribing to the literal religious beliefs associated with Judaism. And that's a sort of unique thing that exists with Judaism being an ethno-religious group. And good luck explaining that to most of America. We've been trying for years and haven't been doing it that successfully. Let's take a break. So much on today's program. I'm glad you're with us on this Tuesday.